Good afternoon, namaste, good morning, good evening to others. This is Arun Acharya. I am the Global Training Specialist for Seva Foundation. Our mission is to transform lives by restoring sight. And here I am in the next 15, 20 minutes. I'll be sharing a few thoughts, a few principles, simple, free, just in time, easy to use, that you can apply in day to day training and make your trainings effective and uh, efficient. So, moving on. My focus today would be on micro learning, which is learning in as less as 5 to 10 minutes on the go during your jobs. How do you manage your students to learn on the job? By the end of this session, the learning objective is that you will be able to explore and utilize virtual micro learning technology for AOP training. And my humble request is that I would ask each one of you to at least choose one tool in today's presentation that you would commit to embrace, at least one that you would commit to embrace for going forward for your AOP trainings or any training or learning initiatives. And one more disclaimer or declaration would be that these tools are not for only your students. It is also for you as learners, because all teachers are students and all students are teachers, as we learned from Dr. Prajna's presentation, wherein flipping the classroom happens only when the trainee becomes the trainer. So let's embrace technology and move on. The first class of micro learning platforms is the class that deals with the play. Play means you learn by doing something. You learn by doing something in the flow of work. And there are many tools available. In our webinar yesterday, somebody was talking about how can we teach our students English. And I'm happy to share that there are free online zero cost learning tools available that you can utilize to teach your students English, from any language to English and from English to any other language. So I'm learning Spanish and I'm using English as my base language, and it's a gamified learning tool. Duolingo has won many awards in teaching students on the go. It just asks you to invest 5 minutes a day and it will teach you words, phrases, sentences. And as far as my understanding goes, if you know 30 words in a language, you can have a basic conversation with the other audience. And if you know 300 words, you could really have a friendship with them. There is another tool called Memrise, which is very much like Duolingo, and both of these tools are free and easy to use. I will invite each one of you to try them out. You can download them on your mobile or you can use it on the website. I would highly recommend that we use it on our mobile. Many of you would already be familiar with these platforms. These are massive open online courses that are made available through many platforms. We have Future Learn, we have Coursera, and we have edX, and there are many more. But I'm especially focusing on these three because these three are quite dedicated and quite established in providing world-class courses hosted by Stanford, Harvard, MIT, and whatnot, and teaches you from the best of the faculty. So you can just directly ask your students to take those courses, or you can yourself take courses in, let's say, visual presentation skills or soft skills like emotional intelligence or handling conflict or making business presentations. You can take those courses and hone on your skills. We are not new to these resources. Of course, we have Orbis Cybersite that has a library of amazing courses that you can leverage for your own training classes, and you can ask your students to take these classes. We have the IAPB Vision Atlas that could be used for data and visualization. You can use data from this website to make your presentations more authentic, more relevant, more contextual, so that they relate to the real world problems and the real world geographies. And of course, we have the ICOPH website for educators. It's a very rich website. It takes care of several resources. If I click on this link, you would notice that it is so rich in resources. You have tools on how to teach, what to teach, and I believe many of us would already be familiar with this. It is a complete resource for ophthalmic educators, whether you be training ophthalmologists or you're training AOPs, MLOPs, please make full use of this. This is a little less used, but not so less. We all know what Google Forms are. We often fill these forms for surveys, and I would highly recommend we use Google Forms for polling our audience. The new field of education is poll-based learning. So when you ask a question, the student has to recall, and there is a spaced repetition. Those are the two principles that work when you want to have learning stick with your audience. So Google Forms are amazing. Another tool is quizzes, and I'm highly recommending this tool for all of you to take formative assessments for your students. It's an amazing tool. It just works like magic, and there are already many questions. It has a bank of some more than, I would say, 10,000 questions that you can directly use. Let's say health and wellness related questions, and you can run these quizzes, engage your students on an online platform. So often it happens that you want to test the um, understanding or comprehension of your students, whether they have understood, whether the knowledge was transferred. You can use this tool quizzes as a platform for running those tests. And of course, there is an amazing tool called online whiteboards. There are many. I have actually listed Ziteboard. Ziteboard is like a whiteboard, but it is available virtually. So all of your students can actually directly go to this commonly shared whiteboard and can make uh, our own comments. So you can type, you can draw, you can erase, you can write your notes, and all of that. You can really play along with whiteboards because it's an amazing platform for brainstorming ideas, inviting students to reflect, to contribute, and do group sessions or group activities when they are distantly located. You would have especially noticed, my apologies, you have especially noticed that in times of COVID, we have to use certain whiteboards or those platforms, and these are zero cost platforms. You can simply adopt them. Ziteboard is the name, and I would be very happy to share more links if you need. Please make use of these. These are amazing interactive tools and would help you student play and learn at the same time. Moving on. Another methodology to teach our students and to learn best is by visualizing. And when it comes to visualization, what best than YouTube? I would highly recommend YouTube to be used. There are platforms on YouTube, which are YouTube learning channels like sociology, psychology, economics. You can teach your students these subjects. These are less than 10 minutes chapters, 40 or 30 sessions. One can watch one daily or once a week and develop a lot of skill on these topics. And I believe in our last session, which was yesterday, we also mentioned that we have to teach our students empathy. We have to teach our students soft skills, how to handle conflict, how to negotiate, how to maintain calm, and how to manage stress. You can find those courses on YouTube, some very good courses. You have Khan Academy, which is very well known among students, especially your students who are 10 plus 2 and who want to learn English. You can have a lesson, a whole module on Khan Academy on English. TED is another series of lectures, has amazing 5 minute to 10 minute lectures on simple topics like how do you enhance your memory, how do you enhance your cognition, what are the best ways of learning new tricks. And TED Talks again is a very powerful platform. Here I have some links to a TED Talk on smiling, and here the presenter actually mentions in 7 minutes how smiling helps elevate, or rather take care of your stress and elongate your life. So you can learn by watching, and you can teach, and you can actually assign them this YouTube channel. What I usually recommend is that on YouTube you can also create your own library of courses. So you can create a playlist and just share the playlist with your students and give them a read, watch, do activity. So they can do watch video and answer few questions using quizzes. So the best strategy is to utilize these resources, ask them to first get exposed to this tool or this platform, and then ask them questions about their learning. And ideally you should ask them questions not on knowledge but on application of the new learning. So you can give them a problem or a project and say, can you solve this puzzle, can you survey your patients, can you ask your colleagues on these feedback questions, and maybe ask them to use a Google form or a quizzes. So after play, after watch, you can also ask your students to listen to audiobooks, to summaries, to podcasts. There are some amazing platforms. They are all zero cost. Whatever I'm recommending to you is all zero cost. There is no cost of subscribing to these. if you want to go ahead and subscribe to higher than what is offered, then you might have to pay a cost. So there is a tool called Get Abstract, and Get Abstract is something which is audiobook summaries. You can, like a song, you can listen to a book in 5 to 7 minutes. And these are business books, these are individual development books, and they have subjects, and you can have at least 2 to 3 books every day and learn from it. They have a free student plan. So all students who are studying anywhere, if they are students, they have a free plan here, no money required. And they have some amazing curated library of books that you can benefit from. Of course, we have Headspace and Calm in these times of stress when students have so much to do besides learning and work and COVID and many other pressures. It would be very good to also refer to Calm or Headspace as an app, which are stress relieving apps. I would highly recommend it to be used at least 5 minutes a day. And we have Amazon Kindle and Spotify, which are otherwise known for non-fiction or fiction reading. But I would highly recommend Spotify for audiobooks. They have some really good podcasts that you can benefit from. Podcasts are just recorded audio lectures or interviews of some really learned people, wise people that you can listen to. And of course, there is enough reading material available. I'm only quoting two tools. One is the Community Eye Health Journal app that you can utilize. Of course, has some very relevant, very contextual in-time knowledge or news app. You can directly download it to your mobile and you can access it. It's completely free and it gets you most of the knowledge. And you should recommend all of your students, anybody who is in the eye care industry should have this app on their mobile or on your devices. Another tool that is a little lesser known in at least eye healthcare that I have noticed is Mind Tools. And Mind Tools is actually a website. It's also an app that you can access. It's like a tool that where you can do mini MBA, a sort of an MBA in leadership essentials. So it covers several skill areas. You can try leadership skills, for instance. You can try problem solving, you can try emotional intelligence, you can try crisis and contingency planning. It has some very good articles and it has a library of videos also. You cannot go for more than 3 articles a day on a free account, and that's a good thing, I would say, because we don't have that much time. Spending just 5 or 10 or 20 minutes a day is a stretch. So I would recommend go to Mind Tools at least once a week, find a relevant article. Like for instance, you're working on project management, you can try project management articles. And each article also has a video on Mind Tools. It has a 5-minute summary of the article, and in a very powerful visual way, they would in that video explain that concept really well to you. The only challenge is all of this is in English. So I'll be definitely working and sharing something which is in local or regional language on leadership skills. But for now, this tool is available. And foremost tool, as I have understood, for learning is social learning. Social learning is learning from peers, learning from juniors, learning from patients, learning from customers, and especially learning from each other. In our eye care ecosystem, you would notice there are so many tools available. We are already using Zoom in this call and we are learning from each other. You have Google Meet, which is a Zoom equivalent, and it is free. You can have 100 participants and you can really try out Google Meet also in your virtual video conferencing calls. Everybody uses WhatsApp nowadays. It's a powerful tool for sharing with a group of people. You can create your own cohorts or classmate batches, and then you can run on WhatsApp. Skype is another tool that is good for video conferencing and team chat based tools. And there is a forum which is called LinkedIn. If you're not familiar with it, LinkedIn actually helps you connect professionally with your own likes. So if you're an optometrist and you want to stay in touch with the optometrist societies, you can be on LinkedIn in the optometrist forum. Or if you are a ophthalmologist in a particular specialty, you can create. While there are forums available on these platforms, like there would be a district, state, country chapter of these professionals, these forums like LinkedIn are more prolific because they have everything to share on daily basis. Very news friendly. Everything that is new that is happening in your world can have access on LinkedIn. This brings us to the summary of my presentation, and I would like to specially thank one lady. Her name is Jane Hart. She has actually listed down the top 100 tools for personal learning, for workplace learning, and for educational learning. I have listed only 10 here because of the want of space. But if you go to her website, you would notice that she has curated a list of all the best tools that are available to you as students, as learners, as teachers to teach. And you would notice these tools are not new. Many of these tools, at least 5 of 10, you would have already been familiar with. They are the same tools: YouTube, Zoom, Google, PowerPoint, Microsoft Teams, Word, Google Docs. These are the tools that we use day in and day out. But the most powerful thing about these tools is, if you listen to this video that I have loaded on this mind map, you would notice all of these tools, or most of these tools, they give you a free access, at least for 7 days, 30 days, that you should definitely explore for your students' benefit. All I wanted to say actually in this presentation was that there would definitely be at least one tool that you had learned about in my presentation today that you would like to explore over and above what you already know of. May I request each one of you in the chat line, just mention one tool that you would definitely utilize or explore after this webinar today. I'll be very happy to share more on this. We have these tools also listed here in a platform that we are running on Seva. It's called Seva Litmus platform. Many of you are subscribers to this, and I'll be happy to extend subscriptions to all those who do not have a subscription to this. This is free for all eye care healthcare workers who are trainers and who train AOPs and MLOPs. If you are a teacher, if you are a trainer, please seek subscription for Seva's Litmus platform. I have a whole library of all of these resources curated here, and all of these mind maps. You will see almost more than 10 courses here that would teach you on individual tools and how you can leverage them for becoming a better and effective trainer. May I request people to just respond briefly on the chat line on the tool that you would like to embrace today, of all the tools that were presented today. Thank you so much for your time and attention.